Check, check. And it's live. Welcome. We were supposed to text Mom.
I'll text her now.
Our one and only.
We basically do this show for her.
It's pretty much her show, yeah. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to our sponsor, Mom, for your encouragement and wonderful things. You may not know this about my mother, but she is a celebrated and world-renowned author. She has that part's okay. It's coming soon. That's happening soon. What is absolutely certain currently is she's written a fantastic novel.
It is fantastic.
Which I haven't completely read yet. I've read parts of it. Anyway, tons and tons of people love it, and there's lots of great reviews. So thank you to our sponsor, Mom. And there she is. Great. Hey, Mom. Love you. As you may notice, I'm in a robe right now, and I don't know. I'm just kind of a little bit under the weather here, guys. It's not.
The dog. It's the dog.
It's not COVID. It's probably not COVID. Well, I'm just saying, probably not.
It could be.
There is one little minor concerning aspect, which is, so we did the Christmas thing, and now everybody there is saying they've gotten COVID tests. No, not really. No. But your mom.
Yeah, she was having some minor, she said she felt like she was like a little run down, like catching a cold, it felt like. And then she said that yesterday afternoon she was running a fever for a little bit. She said she feels a lot better today, but that she's going to go get tested in the morning. So we will see. Just here.
She's got her head pressing through the door.
She's a star.
Can you please control your wiener?
Okay, anyway.
That's what she said. Anyway, so yes, The Secret Tales of Mrs. Chupley. Thank you. Here, let's grab. Can we throw that on here?
Yay,
yeah, look at that.
That's the book, the amazing book.
Check out the book.
We actually have it. You want me to pull it?
Well, I want to have her on the show and do an official thing.
That's so cool. I love that idea.
Well, it's her idea.
Okay.
I mean, my idea is to publicize.
Snappy snaps.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, so there's that. We're waiting to hear back. She's going to get tested tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't had a fever at all. We've tested. Do we have the thermometer? Can we test it right now?
Right
it's not
this
here.
minute.
Okay,
but
well,
that test, you don't feel warm.
Don't feel warm. I basically just had this ongoing headache. It just feels like just constant. Stop! Don't lick my arm.
I'll turn her this way.
Oh my goodness! If it's not the children, it's the dog.
Anyway.
So I've been a little under the weather. And, as such, I've kind of taken it as a free pass to dive deep into television. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
relax.
Yes. And then also, thanks to our sponsor
for the great recommendation to the television show. I guess it's a TV show.
It is, yes.
We're watching on Hulu. Alone, which is basically like a Survivor type of scenario. Not like the show Survivor, but a group of people have to live out in the wilderness. You probably... And now the cat with this leaf. Get in here. This is a lot funnier for Jackie because I'm not wearing pants. And so I just have this robe. I can't stand up and move around. Okay. Anyway, so I've been watching that, and that's been really good. I basically binge watched 2 seasons over the last 2 days, which is... probably a lot of time spent on that. In fact, I looked at my screen time on yesterday. I watched 10 hours.
So many hours. Oh my gosh.
So I don't usually watch television because it's a terrible waste of time.
Well, because you get hooked into it.
Yeah, and I know that. Yeah, exactly. It's a terrible waste of time, and I get very addicted, and so I'm like, I just gotta know what happens. Does he catch a fish or does he die? Whatever.
Yeah, then you go down these rabbit holes where you lose weeks of your life.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, really big exciting news. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, but whatever. I'm just gonna say it. Here we go. Okay, I went to 2 meetings this week past. Masked up the whole time. Yep. Well, one of them was virtual. The other one was in person. And anytime someone says, hey, let's meet, I'm basically insisting that it's virtual unless it's a client that's holding money saying, let's meet because we're going to do some business. I have to support my family and run my business. But anyway, it's looking really good. I have a check here in the office for $2,500 for a down payment, a payment towards an annual contract. So this is my first
Very
annual
exciting.
contract for my business. This is really exciting. This is
Yeah.
like life-changing moment for a
Probably
small
shouldn't
business
do
owner.
official numbers in the future.
Whatever, it's true. It is what it is. So now you know we're rich. We
No,
did it.
That's not rich, but
I'm just saying.
Sure.
The point is, we have come across that. Well, I think we should be transparent. We should be transparent. It is what it is.
Okay.
And I want to share my financial successes at whatever level that they are. I know it feels like a lot of money, and that's scary to put that out there. And it's less scary because it's really only mom watching, but it could be scary. But hopefully that inspires somebody. Someone's out there like trying to make it, and they're doing video production or whatever, and they're like, "What do I do?" This will be my third year in June. I'll be on year 3, and this is my first. And technically, there's no contract signed yet. I haven't even deposited the check. I'm scared to do it. I don't want to do it
the
yet
official
till I
signed
get the ink
contract,
on there. Yeah,
I
this
thought
was a
you
big
had
mistake.
Somebody else that was on like an annual thing, but
No.
then you didn't. It didn't wind up working out.
Oh, I had someone else, but that was so bad. I underbid that so bad. But after everything settled and we like amicably separated, my client and me, we were like, this isn't gonna work, right? She came back and said, yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. Your bid was, 3 times lower than anyone else's. And my complaint was, hey, this is winding up being a lot more work than what we said and what it's supposed to be, and I'm just not able to complete all of it and also do this customer service all the time and deal with all these other. I had basically bid it in a way that I would have to automate all of it, and I couldn't because she needed more attention than that. And my process wasn't so ironed out that I could even automate it anyway. So it was a learning experience. But this is the first one that I have like, okay, reasonable bid that's not like just the cheapest thing I can do to try to get somebody to say yes. This is a very reasonable contract. It's a monthly contract for a whole year, so it's really awesome. And I have another one, both of them on the same day, both said yes in the conversation.
exciting.
One of them handed me a check that day.
Yeah.
This is the newbie mistake, and learn from my mistakes. I should have went into that meeting with a contract in hand. I didn't do that. I thought about doing it.
Yeah, we had talked about it, but
I just didn't get
quite
that far.
play out.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared enough. And so had I had it, because the guy asked after I overcame his objections, he was like, he's like, where's the contract? I'm like, well, if that's not a buying question, I don't know what is. And I was like, I'm going to put that together and get you the contract out later today. And he's like, okay, well, how much is the first month? You said 25, and he's like opening his checkbook, and I was like, yes. And I'm thinking in my head, don't continue selling. Do not continue selling. You've done this. You've already won. Just be quiet and let him write this check. So, and this is great. And the things that I've committed to do, I have anxiety about this. Makes me scared. I'm committing to do something now for a year. But these are all things I'm totally, absolutely, with 100% certainty capable of doing. Very good. I've done all of these things before as aspects of productions for the past few years. I've been doing them. So, we're gonna move on. Anyway, I'm very excited about it. It's a big turning point for my business. You pulling the notes there?
Yeah. Okay.
What's it say?
Imagine knowing for absolute certain that you would have $1 million in 10 years from today. What would that change?
What would that change? What would it change for you? I just feel a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
Right? A little more easygoing.
Yeah.
Great. She's like, she keeps like touching
I'm
her.
sorry. And then this is one that I was laughing about beforehand, where I was like, what on earth? New CDC dietary recommendations and what we did and continue to do.
Yeah, so now the CDC is coming out with all of this stuff about how we should be introducing our children to small amounts of peanuts.
Yeah, I do remember that story. Yeah,
and
we were already doing that.
And how we should be cutting out sugars, and how
Already
we
doing
should
that.
be eating, certain kinds of food that make sense, that people seem to know, that seems to be common knowledge, but now suddenly the CDC is like releasing all this information. I saw an article about it, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I think that's it. I'm kind of tired. What else? Anything else?
We'll do it another time.
Would you like to share something? Share something.
I shared my wiener.
You had to work on. So have I. Okay. You had to work last night.
I did.
How was work?
New Year's Eve. We were short staffed. It
Did you
was
drink
super
champagne?
busy. No.
New Year's Eve?
I was in my patient's room dealing with a very needy, exhausting patient like doing a blood sugar because we didn't have a tech to do that for me. Somebody walks by and is like, Happy New Year. I'm like, Happy New Year. It's the most disgruntling New Year's I think I've ever had.
And I was asleep by 8:45. Not really. Actually, I was up pretty late. You doing you know what?
Watching Alone.
Watching Alone. All alone.
The best thing about the Alone thing is that smell my hair.
Smells like a campfire.
The best thing. Yeah, because he watched Alone. He
I
wanted to
got
make
all-
a fire, and so we got a
I
campfire.
used
And
my
now
brother's knife.
my hair smells like campfire, and I love it.
Hey, we have 2 viewers.
Who's the other viewer?
I don't know. Welcome to the live stream.
Exciting, right as we're about to end.
We're about to end it, but I wanted to show you guys. I used my brother's amazing knife. He made this knife. I wish I could say he made it for me specifically. He actually made it for a contest,
Awesome.
and then I won it. And so here, pull focus.
Can it
Let's
even?
go.
Yeah, can it see the?
It can, but it's not focusing on
Kind
it.
of.
There
There it is. Yeah.
You can see
Very
it's really
cool.
Look at this. Hang on, let me just show the other 2. So this is technically the Scott family carving knife. It's Damascus. Come on, focus. There you go. Look at that beautiful blade. It's a gorgeous knife. This is a great carving knife. And then, oh yeah, it's a tight fit.
That's what she
You're so childish. I love it. And then this one he made, actually he made this for somebody else, but I guess he didn't make it quite to his specifications that he was satisfied with. This is my brother. That he's kind of a perfectionist. Come on, pull focus. I gotta hide my face so that it's like, oh, there's no face. Oh, must want to look at the knife. Beautiful. This almost looks like a flame rising. Anyway, he's amazing and made some amazing knives, and I'm so excited to have some of them. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that's going to do it for us. We're about to go on and binge watch more Alone. If you've seen it, then I don't know. Keep it to yourself. Don't say anything in the comments. Actually, don't say nothing. Say nothing. I think next, our number 1 viewer and sponsor, Mom, recommends Naked and Afraid.
Oh, we've watched that before.
Have we?
We've seen some of that before.
She asked me on the phone, and I was like, I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, you would remember.
So, okay, guys, have a beautiful night. I hope you learned something from my contract mistake. If I had brought it with me, it would be signed right now. And I think it's going to get signed. I actually followed up, and everything's looking good. But, you just never know until you got ink on paper. Have a great one. Y'all have a beautiful night. Yeah, Amo Bladesmithing. That's my brother's. Can I have 2? Look at that. I can have a bunch of comments on there.
Perfect.
If you want to check out some of his knives. In fact, I'll pull in maybe a picture of his Instagram on the next stream. So tune in. The next stream will be
Are we doing Mondays or Tuesdays?
Monday or Tuesday. So just block the entire day and wait by the
just
computer.
Pick and I'll commit. Which do you want, Monday or Tuesday?
Monday night.
Okay, Monday night, 9
Monday
p.m.
night, 9 p.m.
It's
And then
date.
tune in again on next
Friday
Friday.
at 9 p.m.
Is it 9 now?
It's
8:30 now.
early.
We could do 8:30.
I don't want to do that just because
We're going to figure it out. We'll have like an official stuff
Always
on the
these
Yeah, we'll
times,
figure
yeah.
it out. But for now, just basically block the week and just stand around waiting by your YouTube notifications. Have a great day, guys. Have a great night. Check out Alone. It's on Hulu. And otherwise, thank you. We love you. Be sure to subscribe. Take it easy.